Morning to all of you. So let
Good
me
morning, sir.
start this part. So on 14th we have written okay. Got it.
Yes, sir.
So what we'll do in the next week I will discuss some questions. Okay. So what type of question that we get is okay.
Okay, sir.
Tuesday को हम लोग discuss करेंगे. ठीक है. Questions कैसे कैसे. Yeah, you can scan the QR code. Okay. Okay. Share it out. Group, WhatsApp group. Yes. You can scan this QR code or what I say just says out QR code in WhatsApp group. You can scan from there for today's attendance. Okay, so then we start our session. If you remember, so we are discussing about different attributes of control box. So on that we have discussed what are the different toolbox we are available. Okay, so we have discussed about what are the picture toolbox we are available, what are the text toolbox we are available, then what are the properties for that, okay, and what are the methods we are having. Yes. So yes or no? तो हम लोग क्या पढ़ रहे थे? VV controls पढ़ रहे थे. Basically we are discussing about VV controls. Okay. Or we can say control toolbox. What are the different toolbox or controls parameters we are having? Okay, the controls are nothing but it will receive an input from the user and display output for particular whatever the input that user will input. That based on that input, it will display the output, and it has some properties, method, and event. Basically, any control, if I say, okay, whether it is a level box, whether it is a text box, whether it is a picture box, okay, or any other symbols. Fine. So basically, what happens? So it have mainly some properties. Properties like what is the size, what is the color, what is the positions, and method. Method that means what are the actions that should be performed based on receiving the input from the user. And events are basically you can say the event from the event received from the user or event that you have to perform once it's once it's complete, it starts. Okay, so these three things, any of your, if I say any of your controls, okay, if I discuss any of the control, so we will discuss basically these three parameters of that control. Basically, the property part, that method, and event. Fine. So we have already discussed this one in this class. Okay. Then how to create a control and how to use a control. So creating is very easy. Suppose nothing but you have to impart in a, or if you have to place this object or controls in a form. Okay, and you can enable this object so that user can easily interact with this control. Fine. For example, if you write a code for command button, so what event can be the command button will be your control. Okay, the command button will be a control. Now, what are the events that can be produced? The produce can be clicking a file. Okay, or we can say the control can be clicking a file. So after once clicking a file, what can be happen? So it can either load a file or display a result. And so then we have looked some of the common properties of the control. Okay, that are एक control का क्या common property है. There is no doubt that every control will have its different properties and different methods, but some of the controls are having some common properties and common method. Okay, so these are some common property and common method which is listed in a table which we have discussed yesterday. Fine. So then we have discussed about something about the event. So we are only to talk about the event. Okay. So now every event should be have some program, visual program. So whenever we are writing an event, so we need to write an visual program for that one. Okay. So today we are going to learn what are the different visual programs or how we can write a program for a particular event. Okay, or a command for a particular event. Now these are the some of the common listed events. Okay, these are some of the common listed events in your visual control. Okay, so what the event can be happen? So what event now whatever the event listed here in this table. Okay, these are the some events that are generally associated with the different controls that we are using in Visual Basic or Visual Programming. So what are the events? So event first one is your change. The change event basically what it will do, the user can modify the text of text box or combo. Okay. So what this event will, whenever the user performs the change event, so now user can able to modify either the text present in your text box or text present in your combo box. Then click event. Click is nothing but the user can click any primary mouse button on an object. So once we perform this click event on a particular object, okay. So based on this event, the certain action can be performed. Suppose if you click in the command button, then what can be happen? So it will ask for you either load a file or load a image. Similarly, we are having a DP click, DBL click means double click. It will do the same as that of the single click, but here in the case of the user provide both as a DB click. Then drag drop. Now the user drag an object to the another location. So now here we can drag the different object, okay, or a particular object to place in the different location. This is called drag drop. Drag over, so the user can drag an object over another control. Suppose you want to place an object in another control, now you have to use the event called drag over. Now similarly, we are having got focus, okay, then an object receive and focus, okay, then key down, key press is related, we can say related event which is related to the mouse. The key down, where the user press a keyboard key while an object is on focus, and key press, the user press and release the keyboard key while the object has focus. Fine. Similarly, we are having the two events related to the mouse like mouse down and mouse move. Okay. Basically, mouse move we used to move the pointer of the mouse and mouse down. The user will press any mouse button while the mouse pointing is over the object. If it is pointing over there, you can press the button. Similarly, keep up and keep down is again the event related to the keyboard. Okay. Then we are having another one called key press. The user will press and release the keyboard key while the object on a focus. Fine. So these are some of the events that are very common to every object. Okay. So it is not required to remember all this one. So as we do the program part, we will get acquainted of this. So but these are the some common events generally that an object can have. Okay, or we can say and control whatever control we are having in our Visual Basic. So these are the some events that are performed. Fine. So do remember every control have a three parameters. So it have certain properties, then different methods. Okay, methods are basically what action or what is the actual job or what the control will do perform. Or on receiving certain input, what the control will perform is depend upon the method. What method we have written for an what we say for an control form. Okay, and these are certain events, okay, certain common events that we are frequently using while designing any of the control. Okay, now the questions come how to write. Okay, so now for every event here, so whatever event we will generate, now you have to write a piece of code, okay, in a Visual Basic. Unless you write a code, the event will not be active. Right? Suppose if you perform click, now whenever the mouse is placed in object, okay, so it should perform a click action. That means there should be certain program to make this event successful. Okay, then only based on this successful event, the application, whatever application you have designed, will perform certain action. Fine. So let us see some of the examples. Okay, let us discuss some of the examples that can be used for creating the event or a program for the common event. Okay. Now you can see here the first example is to change the event of a text box. Okay. So what does this basically do? Now if suppose I'm having a text box control. Okay. Now suppose a text box control and the form. Now this is my form. Now suppose this is my form. Okay, now this is my text box. So text box is basically where we enter it will take the input from the user in the form of text. Now there is an event. So what is the event? Now I have to change the text box. Okay, now change the event for the text box. So what will happen? So now I will use a function. Okay, now the name of function text one dot change, and its access type is private. So I define private sub. Okay, sub represent this is your procedure. Okay, so sub private sub text underscore change. Okay, now what is the what is the what what is the now we call this function. Okay, what is the function form dot one back color. So what we have made the changes. Now we are changing the background color of an text box. Suppose it's my text box and we want to change this color, background color. Now this background color is suppose white, so I want to change to another color. How to change the text box. So this is the form dot back color. Okay. Now whatever changes I have to make, so I have to make the changes in form one. So it is a form. Then back color is a variable where I am storing the color. Okay, so that's why written form dot one back color is equal to VB blue. Now VB blue represents your blue color. Fine. So whatever your color will be in text box, it will be converted into the blue color. Now once this is completed, now you have to end the procedure. So as you write this program, so what will happen? Now when the user change that text in a text box back color, to form will be changes to the blue color. Okay, so what happens? So whenever the user changes the text box, okay, or text in a text box, Okay, the back color of form will be changes to the blue color. So this is one of the event to change the color. Okay, or change the event for a text box. Similarly, second example discussed. Okay, second example is the VB program, which is basically uh, used for whenever you click an event for command button. Okay, जब कभी भी हम लोग command button को click करेंगे तो क्या event होगा. Okay, now same. So I will have a procedure name command underscore click. Okay, now again it is a procedure, so इसलिए sub use किया हम लोग. Then private for the access specifier, private sub the command. Now I am displaying a message. Okay, what this function is doing or what this event is doing. This event is basically displaying a message click and click event activity. Okay, so what happens now is a print function. Whenever the user click a command button, so it will write a message or print a message in a form that click event activated. Okay, so whenever, so what happens? So this is suppose my form and there is a command button. Okay, suppose I'm having a command button here. So whenever I click this command button, so what happens? It will display a message. Okay, it will display a message. The form will display a message that is click event is activated. Now you perform a click event. Okay, now this is example of click event command button. So it's very simple. Okay, so you have to just type what does the following on performing that event. Okay, what changes or what should be it should perform. Fine. Okay, so let's move on. So now third example is your whenever you perform double click event for a form. Okay, so whenever I perform a double click event by form, okay, so now this is your function definition part. I have defined private sub form double click. Clear? Now I'm using form dot caption. Now caption your something your you can say the name of the form. Okay, caption basically represents name of the form. So I written form dot caption is equal to double click event activated. Okay, now this message will be basically displayed. Now this is accept. Now what will happen when the user double click on the form of the caption of the form will be changed to double click event activated. So what happens? So whenever you double click in a form, okay, anywhere you double click in the form, so the caption of the form, okay, the caption of the form, that is suppose the caption basically tells the representative name of the form. Now the name of the form will be changed to what it will change? The double click. Here we write like double click event is activated. Fine. Now actually when I write form dot caption, that means form is representative form as an object. Then dot caption. Caption is a method. Okay. Now caption is a method. You can say now this is a method. Fine. Now this method is updated or this method is going to perform what it's going to perform. It will just display double click and event message. Okay. Now similarly, an example for mouse move or mouse movement for a event on for a picture box. Okay, so when you have to move a mouse in a picture box, so what will happen? Now this is my function name picture underscore move or mouse move. Then again the accessibility is private and sub is a keyword for procedure. Now here we are having a three parameters. Okay, three parameter. One is a button which is an integer type. Second one is a shift which is again integer type. Then x as a single and y as a single. Okay, so basically it will take an input of four parameter. One an integer type button. Second one is a shift as an integer type and x as a single type and y as a single type. So what happens? So I will take a functions called uh, a method called picture dot one equal to picture. What happens? The load picture is a function which basically load a picture. Okay, load a picture with this path name. So whenever the user moves a mouse on a picture box, the picture will be displayed in a picture box one. So what happens? So when suppose now what now suppose this is a form. Okay, this is a form and this is my picture box. Fine. Now this is a picture box where we will input or insert a picture. Now what happens? So in the picture box you have inserted a picture which is with the help of load picture. Okay. Now this mouse command has this input. Okay. So whenever you move the mouse, so it will move the mouse in front of the picture box. Okay. Now it will detect the picture and this picture will be displayed. Okay, it will be displayed in your form. So you have many of time you have come across this application. Okay, कभी भी देखो किसी भी फॉर्म में अगर हम किसी इमेज के ऊपर अगर कर्सर को रखते हैं तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो जो बैकग्राउंड में जो पिक्चर होता है वो फ्लश आउट हो जाता है. So this is basically why it is happening. Why it is happening? Because of the event. An event is performed. So what is the event? Moving a mouse. So whenever the mouse is moved along a picture box, so what will happen? What will happen? It will display a picture. It will display a picture in your picture box. Fine. Okay. So these are some. You maybe note down these functions. Okay. So they may be sometimes asking write some. The question may be asked. Write some common events that are used in your control. Okay. Different controls. What are the common events that can be used for different controls? So you can write these events like double clicking, clicking on the form, okay, or moving a mouse, or clicking on command button. Fine. Okay. So last example we will discuss. The last example is key up. Like again, this key up basically related to your keyboard. Okay. So what happened now? Same. We will have a with your function name. Then there is access specifier. Now we are having a two parameters. One is a key code as an integer and a key shift as an integer. Fine. So what message will we print? Now we print simply event key up is activated. So whenever you enter something, so what happens? Whenever the user press any key in a keyboard, okay. So what happens? So when the form will be detected or application will detect any key is pressed or any key function is operated on keyboard. So it will be the event will be activated and it will print the key up event is activated on the form. So it will display this message on the form, that is this particular event, that is some certain action or certain functions with the keyboard is performed. Now we can say this is a keyboard event or this or specific name, that is event to this one is key up. Okay, key up. So whenever you uh, use any of the keyboard or press any of the key in a keyboard, so it will be flash or it will display a message that a key up event is activated. Okay, so these are the some examples that are for that are we can say these are the some examples for uh, for an event, the common event that are performed in your control. Fine. So with this, we have what we have learned. So we have learned what is basically what you mean by control. Controls are nothing but it takes certain input. Okay, now the input will be the form of event, fine, from the user, and it will display an output. That means upon receiving the event, it will perform certain methods are executed, and again it will display the output in the form of event. Okay, so why it is used? Because it is mainly the use of control in our designing application. Okay, so it will make user more interactive. Okay, now now user can more interactively interact with the application or more easily can interact with the application. Now next thing you have to remember, every control, so whatever control we are having, so have there are three parameters. Every control have certain properties, then number of methods. Okay, every control will have number of methods and 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 set of events. Okay, then you have to remember every event should have certain action to perform, or to make an event active, you have to write some code on it. So we have discussed some of the examples, or we have listed some of the events. Okay, yes or no? We have listed some of the events uh, in the previous slides. Okay, where we have we have seen these are the events which is commonly used in many of the controls. Then we discuss some of the program for this basic event. So what actions should be performed for performing this event? Fine. So this, so now we have done this one. Now we will discuss one by one what are the different controls we are having. Okay. What are the different controls we are having, and what are their properties, and what are their methods or events available. Okay, now this topic is very important because every year they will ask a question from this topic. Because, okay, they will ask this question: what do you mean by control, and what are the different controls that are available or supported by visual program? Right, or they maybe sometimes they're asking the specific control, like what do you mean by toolbox control, what do you mean by level control, or what do you mean by picture control, or what do you mean by image toolbox control. Okay, either they may ask the specific related control, or they may ask for overall about all about the control. Fine. So let me discuss one by one. So we will discuss one by one what are the different control that is supported by the visual programming. Fine. So the first control is your called picture box control. Okay, picture box control. Now, so picture box control are among the most powerful and complex items in your visual box, or it is a visual toolbox window. So whatever control we have seen in your visual toolbox window, fine. तो जो भी हम लोग ने देखा था आगे पहले स्लाइड में विजुअल कंट्रोल बॉक्स था आपने जितने भी आपके टूल बॉक्स और जितने भी कंट्रोल थे उनमें से पिक्चर कंट्रोल बॉक्स आर मोस्ट पावरफुल and most complex. Okay, what is powerful? Now it supports number of applications. Okay, number of applications. And what is the complex? Or as is supported by number of applications, the complication will be increased. And these controls are more similar to form than other controls. Okay, now this picture control is moreover similar to your form window. Okay, the form window जो आप लोगों ने बनाया था उससे very much similar है. Like we designing your different form window. Here also the picture control box or it is a picture control will have the similar properties than of the form control. For example, so let us take an example. So example is a picture control. Now picture control support all the properties related to your graphic output, including your auto redraw, clipping control, okay, front transparent, location of x-axis, location of y-axis, okay, and all the draw property, file property, and scaling property. Okay, that means whatever the form window is supporting, that your picture window is supporting also. Okay, or picture toolbox will support it. So if you form a picture toolbox, now on that you can draw any event, okay, or you can perform a clip control or transfer control, okay. Now similarly, now picture box control also support all the graphical method, okay, like CLS, preset, point, line, circle, conversion method. So whatever graphical method we are having, all these methods are supported by the picture control box. So that is the result. This is very much complicated. So it is because it is providing a large number of what applications. Fine. So these are some applications that is provided by the picture control box. That is one of the application is load images. How you can load an image in a picture control box. So what actually we basically perform load image? So we can load an image in many different graphic formats. Okay, so we can load any of the format, including you generally use bitmap format or independent device independent bitmap format or meta files format. Okay, or GIF or JPG compressed file format में भी आप लोग image को load कर सकते हैं. Now what is the program? How to write a program for loading a picture in my picture control? Okay, now picture is nothing but now it will create a form like where we can upload a picture or okay, it will picture control box क्या करेगा आप एक अपने form like window create करेगा, right? जहाँ पर आप either you can load any picture or you can even draw your own picture here. Fine. Like because it supports your auto drawing also. Along with that, clipping and transparent operations, it can perform auto drawing also. Okay, so let us learn one by one. So how to first of all, if you want to load an image in a picture box, now this is a command we will basically using. Okay. Now picture one dot picture. Now this is a member function we are using. Now picture one is a picture name. Now picture is function. Okay. Now what we are doing here? Now load the picture. Load picture function is used to load this particular image. So whenever you give this command, okay, in your picture box or picture form, this picture will be loaded. Okay. Now the load picture function has been executed in Visual Basic to support icon file containing multiple icons. Okay. So what happens? So basically this load picture functions are helpful in visual programming for the loading of icon files, that is supporting the icon file that contain multiple icons. Okay, or sometimes the load picture functions may have certain properties also, like we will provide the file name along with the size. Okay, what is the size of the picture that you want to load, along with the color tab and the coordinate axis for the x and y. Fine. Some more functions like we can copy an image from a control box or picture box control to another by assigning a target control picture property. So what will happen now? Suppose I'm having two picture box. Okay. Now if I want to copy the content of first picture box to second picture box, so now this assignment operator can be used. This assignment operator can be used. Okay, so I will use this assignment operator. So it will what will do? Whatever there is a picture in picture one, that will be kept or that will be updated to the picture 2. Okay. Now, for example, if you consider now there is application which will insert a command button and a picture box. Now what we have to do now? So for example, now you have to create an application, okay, or a form that is having a command box, okay, command button and a picture box. So how will we write a command for that? Let us do. Now you can see here. Now this is a command. Okay. So what you have to do? Now you have to insert a command button. Now you can see the output here. Now this is my actual output of this particular command. Fine. So what we are doing here? Now we are having a form. Okay. Now we are having a form. Now this is your picture template. Now we are having a command button which is called load picture. Okay. So whenever you click on this command button, so you can able to, what will happen? It should perform an event for loading a picture. So what is the code? Now I will write a code in a procedure manner. So this is command click. Okay. This is command click is a procedure with a private type. Now, whenever I click this command, so what action should be performed? So I have to perform a loading a picture. That's why picture dot one picture. Now this is the frame, okay, which is created. It will load and a picture to this frame. Fine. Now this will be the output for this particular application or particular program. Okay. Now this is form. We are having this form is created. अब ये फॉर्म में जब अगर एक कमांड बटन को क्लिक करने से अगर आपको इमेज को लोड करना है तो यू हैव टू राइट दिस event for that one. Okay, here two events are basically performed. One event for the command button. Okay, one event for the command button to loading the picture, and second event is your uploading the picture. You have to upload the picture. Okay. Similarly, the same program can be written with the help of load image function also. Okay, हम लोग कभी-कभी either load picture या फिर load image function से भी हम लोग कर सकते हैं. Now, this is an example where we insert a command button and image control into the form. So what will happen? Now we create this is a function, which is also function. Now instead of writing picture dot picture, so I will use image dot picture. Okay, now here the function or the class which we are using here is image. Okay, now the command is load picture. Okay, load picture, the picture path, we will provide the path of the picture. And once you will execute this one, now the output of this will be look like this. Okay, so what is the difference? So here the command button will be different. So here the command button which is used to load the button is your basically command button with name as load picture. Fine. But in this case, the second case where we are loading the picture with the help of load image function. Okay, we are loading the image with the help of load image function. So these are basic difference. So sometimes they ask this question: what is the difference between load picture and load image? Okay, now we can explain with the help of this example, differentiate between these two functions. Okay, basically both these functions are used to upload an image in your form. Fine. Okay, any doubt? So we have today's continuous two classes. So do rejoin. So as the time is going to the end, so do rejoin in the next thing once this thing is completed. Okay, so this is the very first toolbox that you have to remember, which is called picture toolbox. And this toolbox is very powerful and complex compared to the other toolbox. Because why it is so? It is because it is very similar to your form window. Fine, and it supports all the properties that are supported by the graphical output, like you can auto draw. Okay, you can draw any of your graphics part, and you support all the graphical controls. Like you can access the coordinate, you can perform the front transparent, okay, clipping properties. Fine. Along with that, some of the functions that can perform like loading image, where you can load any of the image type. Okay. Okay, so join in the second link, so it's going to end. So it's stopping off here this session. So do join in the